Hey guys, so the video that you're about to watch was originally recorded on November 28th. I had to sit in the queue for no particular reason. I just didn't post it, but I was scrolling through the gram this morning and I saw a post from one of my peeps on Insta, and I was like, you know what? That reminded me of the video that I did, and I was like, well, maybe this is the right time to do it. The message that she posted was, many Christians grow up in church, but not in Christ. They know the hymns, but don't know Him. And so the message in the video is talking about church hurt and basically saying, like, you may go through some hurtful things in church, but at the end of the day, that's what Christ is there for you so that you can get healed. All right, so hear the message and let me know your thoughts. Without further ado, here we go. Hey everybody, it's your girl Naj, and I'm back with another video. So it's a wonderful Wednesday, and I'm scrolling on Twitter, and the hashtag church hurt is trending. Like most of y'all, I have experienced church hurt, and I'm going to give y'all some tips and basically some wisdom on how I was able to get through it. Okay, so let me start off by saying I was not a child that grew up in church. I thought church people were perfect. I didn't know. I was one of the ones that only went on Christmas, on Easter. So a lot of times, and this is from my experience, people who grew up in church feel like they know it all, been everywhere, seen everybody. And my thing is now, don't tell me you grew up in church. Don't tell me that. Do not tell me you grew up in church. Show me the fruit. Okay? Because if you're in the same place that you were 20, 30, 40 years ago, something is wrong. Okay? That's the first thing. But anyway, and when I started coming to church, I was like, at the time I was going through a lot, and so I had befriended someone, and it turned out to be a very codependent situation. Like, I didn't have any friends outside of church, so I befriended this one particular person, and it turned out to be very toxic. Needless to say, that friendship ended, and it was a good thing. Like, I don't have anything negative to say or anything like that. I'll just say this. Like, one thing my pastor says, like, when you come to church, it's about your soul. It's about your salvation. You're not there to make friends. Like, church is not a social club. And when I really, got the understanding of that, it doesn't mean that we don't want to get to know people. It doesn't mean that you can't talk to them outside of church. I mean, if that's what you want to do. Personally, I don't. But that's just been my experience. I mean, not for nothing, I don't even want to talk to people outside of work. Like, we could laugh, we could joke, but as far as hanging out and all that, I don't have my experience with that too. But back to church. It's like, you really just gotta just focus on you. It doesn't mean that you can't be nice. Hey, how you doing? Praise the Lord, sis. Praise the Lord, bro. But at the end of the day, if that friendship is going to make you compromise your walk with Christ, then it's just best that you just leave it alone. Okay? There were some cliques, the catty stuff, and it's like, just because somebody's older than you doesn't mean that they have wisdom. And it goes back to that point. Don't tell me you grew up in church if there is no fruit. Okay? So I'm saying all that to say this. Before I experienced church hurt, I experienced church hurt in my family. And so that kind of I don't want to say it prepared me, but it helped me to really understand, I have to forgive my family. I have to forgive myself. It don't mean that we breaking bread together, but when I see these people, I see this person, I ain't got to get the stank face. And I can actually pray for them with a pure heart. About a year after this particular situation happened, someone in the church was like, I can see you turned that corner. And I said, hallelujah, yes, I have. Yes, I have. And when you turn that corner, God did it for you, and you are healed. The lesson for today is this. Yes, you may have gone through some hurt. Yes, you may have gone through some betrayal, but as my pastor said, you got to love like it never been hurt. It don't mean that you can't acknowledge your feelings, but if it's going to force you to stay in that place of bitterness, of anger, of rage, you're gonna have to let it go, sis. You're gonna have to let it go, bro. Because at the end of the day, once again, it's not really hurting them, it's hurting you. So that's all I got to say about that. See you on the next video.